Greetings and welcome back to another vlog in this review channel, the feisty and relatable underdog in a world of heartless big media, providing the fabric softener of criticism in the machine hot wash of discourse. And could I just say that online bookings are now open for my upcoming appearance at the Edinburgh International Book Festival, talking about my new book, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories. The link is given below. At 75, Polish filmmaker Aniska Holland has lost none of her passion or compassion, and Green Border, this brutal, angry, grueling drama in sombre black and white, is recognisably the work of that director who made Europa, Europa in 1990. It's about the Green Border exclusion zone between Poland and Belarus, now the location for an ordeal for refugees.
Pana jestem lekarzem i jeżeli nie przyjedziecie, ona umrze.
Mój mąż pracuje w straży i on nikogo za druty nie wywozi. Oni są bronią Łukaszenki, zaraz jak ich puścimy, to zaraz ich tutaj tysiące będzie. Słuchaj, to nie możesz obiecywać takich rzeczy. To jest tylko kilka kilometrów.
Ręka, druga ręka.
Proszę się rozebrać. Do naga.
Ty myślisz, że co my tam robimy, co? Szydełkujemy?
Ja już nigdy nikogo nie zostawię samego w lesie.
Pokaż rękę! Stop, stop! Proszę się odsunąć!
European Union, we made it!
With sly malice, Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko has in recent years permitted the admission of refugees, cynically encouraging their hope of getting easily from there on foot across the border into Poland and the EU by the Białowieża forest, but only as a way of punishing and undermining the European Union for its anti-Belarus sanctions. He's effectively weaponized these desperate souls, and the increasingly resentful and aggressive Polish border force avoid the bureaucratic necessity of feeding and housing these incomers in camps and just throw them back over the barbed wire fence where they live and die in the forest wasteland. Belarus's green border destabilization strategy helps push Poland into paranoid xenophobia, precisely the geopolitical mood which Lukashenko and Putin find congenial. Holland's drama covers a mosaic of people caught up in this nexus of desperation, hunger, fear and political bad faith. There are refugees from Syria, Afghanistan and Africa, a Polish border guard with a pregnant wife who is having qualms about the brutality he is expected illegally to dish out, and a Polish psychotherapist horrified and radicalized by witnessing the death of a refugee child, who then joins what amounts to a guerrilla band of young Polish activists who make sorties into the forest to give what medical help and legal assistance they can. The result is a sombre yet gripping film in what feels like two separate genres. It feels like a movie about the Eastern Front in World War II or World War I, or perhaps an entirely different futurist film, a post-apocalyptic drama in which the forest is the site of some frantic survival struggle experienced by people whose humanity has been almost entirely stripped from them, as if by some nuclear blast or germ warfare strike. When the refugees first stumble euphorically into Poland, believing that their worries are now over, they still feel like human beings, but this is eroded by the pure absurdist horror of being brutally evicted back to Belarus and then thrown back into Poland by two sets of soldiers, neither of whom want the responsibility of dealing with them, back and forth, all under the cover of that forest whose darkness makes it that bit easier to get away with uniform brutality. When Afghan English teacher Leila, played by Behi Janati Atay, stumbles across a ploughed field and pitifully asks a Polish farmer for water, he obliges and even gives her some apples and points towards a farmhouse where more help is apparently to be had. But when she turns and sees him call someone on his mobile, she panics and runs back to the cover of woodland while he calls after her, "Wait, was he really trying to help?" or denounce her to the authorities. Farmers in occupied Poland or occupied France must have looked similarly ambiguous. Later, a hatchet-faced Belarusian border guard demands €50 from Leila for a bottle of water, first refusing to give her change for a larger bill and then petulantly grabbing the water back and contemptuously returning her money with a slap. Holland shows that these degrading petty assaults, along with the very real physical violence, chip away at their sense of themselves as human beings. And then there is the war in Ukraine, and Holland's film shows that this very same border force is mobilized to welcome thousands of Ukrainian refugees. Somehow all the realistic arguments against refugees appear to have melted away. Green Border is a tough watch, a punch to the solar plexus, but a vital bearing of cinematic witness to what's happening in Europe right now. That's all for now. Please give this vlog a like and a share on your socials. Please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. And please buy my new book, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories. The link for the upcoming event at the Edinburgh International Book Festival is given below. See you next time.